Well, good evening once again. Day 42 of the Biden administration. It brought the announcement of a big advance having to do with the largest and most urgent issue facing this president and our country. Earlier tonight, the president announced that vaccines would be available for all Americans even earlier than he had first promised, something that could save countless American lives.
We're now on track to have enough vaccine supply for every adult in America by the end of May. The prior administration had contracted for not nearly enough vaccine to cover adults in America. We rectified that. About 3 weeks ago, we were able to say that we'll have enough vaccine supply for adults by the end of July. This country will have enough vaccine supply, I'll say it again, for every adult in America by the end of May.
This comes as the new Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccine is now being administered. Shots in arms. President announced something unprecedented. J&J is going to work with Merck, combining these two giants in the business to expand the production of the J&J one-and-done single-shot vaccine. President has indeed invoked the Defense Production Act to help with this and announced that J&J facilities will now begin to operate 24/7 nonstop. President also said the increased rollout of 3 vaccines means reopening schools is an achievable goal and that teachers should be considered essential workers.
We want every educator, school staff member, child care worker to receive at least one shot by the end of the month of March. Starting next week and for the month of March, we'll be using our federal pharmacy program to prioritize the vaccination of pre-K through 12 educators and staff and child care workers. Throughout March, they will be able to sign up for an appointment at a pharmacy near them.
Biden added that he doesn't want to be held to it, but he hopes by this time next year things will be back to normal in our country. His COVID relief bill is about to go through its next big test. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer gearing up to bring Biden's nearly $2 trillion proposal to the floor for a first vote tomorrow. He's aiming for passage by the end of the week. NBC News has learned that later this week, the CDC is going to release new guidelines saying people who have been fully vaccinated can gather in small groups indoors without wearing masks. Now, meantime, some states have already started to roll back their own COVID restrictions. Texas, for starters, will end its statewide mask mandate next week and let all the businesses operate at full capacity. Mississippi ends its statewide mask mandate tomorrow. Texas Governor Greg Abbott today explained the mandates are no longer needed.
It is now time to open Texas 100%. Everybody who wants to work should have that opportunity. Every business that wants to be open should be open. Texans have mastered the daily habits to avoid getting COVID. We now have vaccines to protect Texans from COVID.
CDC says just under 7% of all Texans have been vaccinated. Just yesterday, the head of the agency warned about the risks of removing mandates too early.
I am really worried about reports that more states are rolling back the exact public health measures we have recommended to protect people. Now is not the time to relax the critical safeguards that we know can stop the spread of COVID-19.
This all comes as the decline in U.S. cases has hit something of a plateau, and there are new concerns about another surge driven by these incoming variants.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.